What is up, guys? You're watching BLASTAWAY.EU and today we want to talk about which is the best Nerf Rival blaster which you can get right now. The time is spring 2018 and we are talking about springers only. So let's get started. The first one is of course the Apollo XV700. If you didn't know, XV stands for 15, which means it came out in 2015, and 700 is the capacity, which stands for 7 rounds. Being one of the first Nerf Rival blasters next to the Zeus, of course this was the revolution in Nerf with better accuracy and also better performance up to 100 feet per second. The other innovation was the introduction of the high impact rounds, which basically are the reason behind the better accuracy. The Apollo itself has like this top priming handle, which a lot of people didn't like, but for being the first rival blaster, this was something that most people, kind of ignored and kind of went with it anyway. So the performance is basically on the top end of the spectrum of rival blasters, so no complaints there. And if you are getting used to it, it's basically no problem. If you place the blaster above your forearm, priming it is really no problem at all. So pretty cool actually. Up next is the Atlas XVI 1200. And as you should know right now, XVI stands for 2016 and 1200 is the capacity because it uses the 12 round magazines. So as you already saw, this is the biggest gripe actually about the Atlas, which is the loading mechanism. It's kind of finicky and doesn't work smooth at all. But the priming is way smoother than the loading, and it does shoot 2 rounds at the same time, so it does give you also this pump gun, kind of feeling, which is really cool actually. But because it does shoot 2 rounds at the same time, it's kind of, basically less capacity if you compare it to the 7 rounds of a Apollo, let's say. And I guess this is really up to your personal taste if you like it or not. Me personally, I was really looking forward to this one because I really love pump action blasters. But yeah, if you compare it to the Apollo, I think it is a little bit inferior, especially also because of the lower performance. The year is 2017 and we have the Nerf Rival Artemis. And the code is of course XVII3000 because it has a capacity of 30 rounds. It's basically the combination of maximum capacity, well up to date in 2017, and a nice working pump action mechanism, which is super smooth and also really fun. Talking about performance, it is a little bit subpar compared to the Apollo, but having that much more capacity basically makes this one a winner. 2017 and the last one missing was a Nerf Rival pistol. Having an internal magazine, you could always load it up on the fly, and it was the perfect sidearm or secondary if you want. So definitely one of the most popular Nerf Rival blasters out there, and of course everyone is looking forward to new iterations of this format. 2018 XV III 700, this is the Helios and the unofficial successor to the Apollo. The biggest difference is of course the priming mechanism, which is on the side, and you have this priming bar right here, and the cool thing is you just let go and it retracts itself, which is really convenient. So the Helios is on par with the Apollo, which are the best performing blasters out there in terms of Nerf Rival springers. What makes this one a winner is really the more smooth operation and also the ergonomics. Although at the first moment the grip is a little bit bigger than the original one from the Apollo, but for some reason the ergonomics are a little bit more comfortable, like at least that's what I experienced. So at this point we should have a winner. I mean, I already said that this one is basically the most popular Nerf Rival blaster out there in terms of springers. But you know, if you are talking about winning a Nerf war or like a Nerf battle game, this one is definitely the one you should go for. But if we are talking about favorites, and if you ask me, I like this one the most. This is an Apollo with the worker pump kit. So in terms of operation, I think this one is the best right now. It has like the proper shoulder stock length, and also like for priming the blaster, this one is the one I prefer. It's really easy to install. You just have to open up the blaster and fit in the front part right here, and then you just put in some screws. Up here we have a flip up side, which is part of a 3-piece set, and you can get this from nfstrike.com. I just put it there for looks. I mean, you can also put it up. It doesn't really block your vision and it looks kind of cool. And needless to say, of course, the cosmetics or like the appearance of this blaster setup is really nice, and you know, the weight distribution is also really cool, and it just has a nice feeling to it. You know, playing with this blaster, it's definitely my most favorite one. So what about you? Which is your favorite Nerf Rival blaster in terms of springer? And let me know in the comments, let's discuss. And if you're interested in buying one of these kits, it's available on nfstrike.com. I leave the link in the description box below. Definitely check out their website. They have lots and lots of Nerf products coming out like every week. And yeah, definitely your place for Nerf aftermarket parts. So thanks for watching, and I see you next time.